Well, this is Sean here. Um, Talking about a new. This is behind the scenes for a new project I've been working on. It's called working title is malicious correlation. Um, yeah, I think that was made more sense for an earlier draft. It's like an action filler. It's got detectives, shootouts, car chases. It's a lot of fun. So I'm in around this stage. We're trying to figure out a little bit of story refinement is probably going to happen. This whole process, we're in the pre-production stage, but we got to get to the production stage relatively quickly. I'm trying to get this done by the 26th. I'm going for a deadline of the 31st, which sounds crazy because it is. I do have a later deadline. There's a particular festival I'm trying to get into. And this is actually not from this film. This is from an earlier film. So all this stuff, I got to get your set design figured out. Which for a thing like this is just picking locations and trying to make do. Budgeting, there's no budget. Casting and rehearsals, this is time consuming. It's my Achilles heel on most projects. Location scouting, I'll probably just reuse some locations from other projects. Like a car commercial I did or something like that. Costume design, probably just give people general like guidelines. Lighting and all that stuff. I got actually a decent light kit, which you can't see because there's no camera. But yeah, so I basically at this stage I have a script. I turn the numbers on so you can kind of count all the scenes, and then I've kind of gone through and attempting to create like a shot list. So, anyways, you with a shot list, you take all your scenes, and some people do this in addition to storyboarding or in the place of storyboarding, where they kind of write, not typically like master shot, but it'll be like close up, wide, medium wide, all that stuff. And you can have sort of, you don't even need to write with the shots, or you can just sort of have everything that you need to go on record and have that for all your different scenes. And I have like this here. I do a lot of this stuff pretty informally because I typically especially on a thing that's got to get done in a few weeks. I'm doing the sound and the camera and all that stuff. So a lot of stuff is a little bit less formal than it probably should be. And anyways, I've taken a lot of this stuff. This is actually a scene from Speed Racer, and put a lot of the scenes into DaVinci Resolve, and then kind of taken um, like sort of taken the shot list and put it on the timeline and try to find shots from different things. This is Duel, which is a 71 film by Spielberg, a bit from the Mission Impossible TV show, a bit from Psycho, and a bit from Psycho. There's a lot of random stuff. This is a bit from Inner Space, of just things that kind of looks like stuff, at least conceptually similar to the ideas. And from this point, so I'm not just, straight up ripping off shots from other films. I'll take this and either refine my shot list or storyboard and all that stuff. So, yeah, this is DaVinci Resolve. It's running on Linux. Lots of pros and cons. That's why there's no audio from these clips because I can't read AAC codecs, which is the most common one. But yeah, so, anyways, lots of really random stuff. I got a bit of Michael Mann, a bit of The Sting, which was directed by Minnesotan, and the idea being that there's sort of kind of stuff like this. You guys to figure like, oh look where the like this is all backlit. I could do a shot like that. As the characters find a phone. So this is Dial M for Murder, which is an old a Hitchcock film from I think the 50s or 60s. I don't remember. No, it would be the 50s because I think this is before Psycho. All that stuff. And like like this year, it's like, all right. So how did this particular shot get accomplished? I could probably put a 360 camera on a like a thing, but I gotta do it in a way that's not crazy. Probably not on a freeway, all that stuff. Maybe a little bit more rural, and then take all these things in. And you don't. This one shot wouldn't be the entire scene. You would have to have this one shot and all the supporting shots and stuff. So yeah, trying to get this stage of production done. I think casting's gonna take quite a bit of my time because of the time constraints. It's a bit insane, but yeah, we'll see how all this works out. So